Hey everyone, this is Chad. Been a while since I posted because I ain't really had a long enough trip. But just got off work. It's around 12:40 on a get this off, July 18th. Give that thing a break. It gets hot. I was wanting to chit chat about fasting for a little bit. Earlier in the month, I did a 36-hour fast. It started Thursday at 4 o'clock. I think it was the second Thursday would have been the 8th. And I plan to hit 36 hours. I'm going to let this person go because I just don't feel like getting in gear right now. And my goal is to do 36 hours. And that's a digestive fast, not a no liquid fast. I still drink water and juice and stuff like that. Just make sure I didn't digest anything, eat anything, digest it for 36 hours. But you definitely got to drink a lot of water. Because usually I do about 18, maybe 24. And in that time frame, I'm doing just water. Maybe some energy drinks and some tea, stuff like that. But I decided to go ahead and do 36 hours. And so, 39 degrees right now. It's raining, not snowing, but it is raining by the side of Walkertown. So yeah, make sure I drink fluids and so on and so forth. I never did 36 hours, so that was a challenge. It was rough a little bit in the beginning, but really after the end of the 36 hours, which was that Saturday at 4, I ended hitting it. I went and got a large pizza, and I did not finish it. I actually gave part of it away. So I thought I'd be starving. Well, I wasn't starving. Get up to 40 here. So I'm going to do 48 end of the month, and I thought about it. I felt great. I could feel being less bloated, getting stuff cleaned out. You cleaned your cells out. I just figured out at the end of the month, I'm going to go for 48. Now there is a disclaimer: if your doctor says don't fast, do not take my medical advice. I am not a doctor. If you think about it, if you have doubts, talk to your doctor and go from there. So that being said, if you can fast, I would recommend it. Get your cells clean, get your digestive cells clean. It helps burn out fat, lose weight. It's a really good thing to do. But the most important thing, and it's just what really hit the motivation on it was, hey, this is real world. I'm constantly working. This is raw. Is motivation. You hear a lot of talk about motivation this, motivation that. It's very important. But there's something far deeper than that. Where you're not motivated something, you just do it. Okay? And I have my reasons, and they ain't gonna be all about me on this and fasting. Alright, got my radio off. But you got to have something that you want to accomplish. And in this particular thing, yes, it was health reasons. Yes, it was saving money. You actually do save money at this if you do it right. And I put that money toward the racing. But what really motivated me was I need to get some wins. Okay? And this is one thing I can do that I can control. to get a win. There's no other. This is something that you can control. A lot of religions, whether it be Islam, whether it be Judaism, whether it be parts of Christianity, does this. When they fast, a lot of people think they're using that to control you. Far from it. It's to control yourself, because that's the one thing you can control. And it teaches discipline. It teaches overcoming yourself. Because you can't overcome anything first till you overcome yourself. So, what motivated the hell out of me was to get a win. Okay? And that's very important. That's deep. That goes deep, okay? That's not rah stuff we're talking about. Although that is important. And cheerleading stuff and all that. No, this goes down to your being. Yeah, we're back where we started with Selena earlier. That's pretty cool. And if you're like a parent, you know, love of a child will do this. You'll move heaven and earth. Okay? But whatever it is, just go around. You know, I don't think out of your room. I'm just going out past it a little bit. Yeah, I should take it back away. I'll probably just do that. But you have to something that you want, that you'll get it, and you figure out what you need to do, and you just go get it. That's all it is to it. It's that simple. And mine was, you know, the money I saved. The second most important thing was the money I saved. I put it up to go racing this year, and so when I achieved that goal, I put about around $30. Because I did a little grocery shopping, sometimes get something to eat and all that. But I put $30 to go racing. And Farmington has 12-point races this year. We'll shoot for all of them. It's going to cost a few $100s combined for a race, but that's okay. Part of it is going to pay ahead the bills, but that's a whole other topic. I'm in second gear. That's what you hear while it's starting. Like you can hear it running like that. Probably shift it in a little bit. But I'll give you a good example. It's a true story. Back in 2009, when I was unemployed, technically in 2008 I had a job, but we ain't gonna talk about that. I worked at a garage, but that's as far as I'm gonna go with it. But 2009, that was the first time in my life I was unemployed more than I was employed. That sucked. Did get unemployment, thankfully, but it still sucked. Because I'm used to working 10, 12-hour days or more. So I was helping my neighbor out. He was helping, let me think here. And Betty, if you listen to this, help clarify. Betty Bunyan's a great lady, by the way. Well, anyway, the guy's name was Danny. He has a sister, and his sister had a son, and Danny thought the world of him. I think she was a single mom. I don't know the details, never asked. I can't think of his name to save my life, or her name, but I do remember Danny. And Danny was racing, and they were all racing in a lawnmower racing group up in Sparta. By the way, when I was going, a whole nother topic, but when I was going great. They raced for charity and everything. And boy, did they draw crowds, okay? They draw some crowds. So he was running, he was 14, it might have been junior or stock flathead class. And it was one of them, lawnmower racing back then, I guess it is now to a point. But basically, it was a built, not bought situation. Now, Danny was a truck driver, but at that time he was working at a maintenance of hotels up around 77, around the Hillsway, except there 77. I think he had at least worked at one hotel up there. I can't think what it was. But the long and short of it, they didn't have a lot of money, but he did it for his nephew. His nephew would be out of trouble, have a good meal for it, so on and so forth. They're still recording. Okay. But Danny smoked. He smoked, I want to say it was a pack of cigarettes. I'm going to go with that. I don't think it was 2. I think it was 1. All right. Well, you see advertised, you see folks talking about, oh, quit smoking, blah, 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 and all this, and they show stuff, whatever, and this and that. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's good. And he knew what to do. Danny was kind of overweight. He had a sensitive lights, and he always wore dark glasses. I thought Danny was just a great guy. He was awesome. He was a cool fellow. But we was talking one time, and he said that he brought up, I guess he knew I talk about monies or business stuff like that, and he was saying he couldn't afford to race much anymore. All right. Now, talked about earlier, what motivates you? Okay. A lot of stuff is pretty generic. A lot of info gets generic. If you want to change, or you want to do better, or do something, better stuff, you can't just use the general hoo-ha stuff. You got to look at a different angle. So he was trying to come up with money. I said, all right, Danny, how much do you smoke? And I always see him smoking something like that. I said, how many packs of cigarettes do you smoke a day? I think it was 1. I got the numbers roughly in my head, but I think it was a pack a day. I don't think it was 2. Because the numbers didn't work out with 2. So I think it was 1 pack. But anyway, he smoked a pack a day. I think Marlboro or something, I don't know. Winston's, I don't know. Well, we did some math. I said 30 days a month. Typically, a month has 30 days. 6 packs. Oh, no, excuse me. 4. I was doing the math in my head with the cigarettes. I did ask them how much did it cost for a race, like fuel, entry fee, gas in the truck, and all of it. Oil for the plumber, all of it. And he figured it was about $60, which that's, in 2009, even still, that was pretty damn impressive. That go-kart was a little bit more than that. And that was going like 15 miles down the road. Not like the Millbridge or anything like that. So it was around $60, so I did some math. And asked about cigarettes. It was $6. I want to say it's 5 or 6 a pack. I think it was 5. I'm going to go with 5. Times 30 days. It's 30 days a month, right? You see, yeah, it's all right. So I was asking questions. 5 times 30, $150, right? Is that right? Am I right? See it. How many races can you run on $150 a month? He answered. What he did do the next day, he quit immediately. I don't mean cold turkey. He quit. That was it. I think he gave the rest of the cigarettes to Billy. See, we didn't go at an angle like, well, you need to work more, which is not a bad idea. You need to invest, which is a great idea. Well, you do this and do that or whatever. No. I didn't even say nothing about the health benefits. I just threw numbers at him. He gave him numbers. I threw them out and asked questions. And he quit smoking. Like he just quit. Okay? He didn't chew no gum. He didn't, well, as far as I know, I don't know. He might have. I don't know. But he didn't have support group. He just quit because his love of his nephew and his sister was strong. It went down to his soul. We're not talking about just racing lawnmowers. We're talking about he loved his nephew a lot, and he loved his sister a lot, so he wouldn't get in trouble and be around good people. Okay. See, that's how you change. You have to hit. You know, and you know what? And it doesn't matter what other people think. That's not important, because each thing that will move you to change is yours and yours alone. That's personal. That's your deal. It ain't everybody else's. Okay? And as silly as it sounds, racing lawnmowers, there was more to it than that. And by the way, that was so wonderful. They raced for charity. It was so, oh my God, it was so great. I loved it. And you had to build something. You bought, used, or built, not bought. Loved it. Oh my God. Loved it. That's missing in racing this day. Except maybe breaker racing. But, it went down to a soul. It went down into his being. And I think they finished the rest of the year out. I know it started working, right? It started back working 6-7 days at the end of the season. But I think they raced the rest of the year. I made them race in 2010. I'm not sure. That's when I got back to the cab. And I was working other jobs, since blah, 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 and all that. So. And he quit smoking. And he did. Last time I talked to him, actually, I got back in the cab. I was talking to him about something about a lawnmower or something. And he quit. He said he still quit smoking. He went back in truck driving. He got back into it. It has to move you emotionally. Okay? Before you move, you have to move emotionally. And that was what moved him. I mean, it wasn't no rah-rah crap. He just did it. He stopped. And you know, that's hard to do. Hard to quit smoking. He just stopped. Unbelievable. Incredible. That's all you say. So, going back to my fasting thing this year, well, after I did that, I'm like, all right, I'm going to shoot for 48, 2 days straight, and get the health benefits from it. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to put that money aside to go racing. So what I'm going to do, they have a testing tune in February, the week of, like, it'll probably start like a Sunday or Monday to about Tuesday or Wednesday, whenever it starts. It'll be 48 hours from that point, or maybe the week before. I'm going to practice doing that, putting that money up, and getting that discipline going, getting some wins in before I hit the track. And if I make 12, that's good. That's the goal. That's the idea. Well, I'm going to motivate the hell of myself to do that by doing it. And I got a good feeling about it, because after that 36 hours, I probably could have gone 48. I knew I could have gone 48 because I wasn't that hungry. Well, I got that pizza, but I ended up getting some Natasha, I guess Selena, and some other. I can't remember, but anyway. So I know I can do it, and that's probably around $50, I think. 40 or 50. We'll see what it is, but that money I'm gonna put aside. I'll probably drink some more teas I make and stuff like that. But I do drink fluid, okay? That, you know, I just don't digest some. That's the goal. I figure after 2 days, I feel like $1 million. I mean, I felt great after them 36 hours. I did not feel tired. I didn't have the hunger pains. I just felt lighter, less bloated, you know? So, pretty cool. They did reopen that. There was that highway over here. So, yeah. Long story, do something, make a change for the better. It needs to move you. Not motivate you, move you. Okay? And go through the tough times and pass through it. Just power through it. You can do that, and you can do something harder after that. And, you know, keep building on it. That's how you succeed. That's how you win in life. Whatever that is in life. Whatever that is. And it's whatever it is for you, that's what matters. That's all that matters. That's what's important. It's different from other folks, and that's okay. That's the idea. So, on that note, let me see where I'm not, I'm done. It's rainy, I'm tired. And all that. That's something I've been wanting to talk about since the last year. And I got a couple other things I might ramble on. Speaking of Farmington, some of the point races will have Mad Dogs 450 door class. That's going to be cool. Definitely make sure to check out for that. They have some folks going this year. That's a big plus. But when I go there, it's, yes, I'm going there to win. Yes, it's competitive. Yes, there are long waits, but I'm going to go there and just enjoy it. It's been since 2021 since I ran point races, and do need to get an IRHRA. Yikes, I think that hurt. I do need to get an IRHRA license. That they are under IRHRA sanction. And that's a pretty cool thing going on too. That's something worth reading up on. They just drag racing. They're getting their hands on a lot of stuff. And the checks are clearing. This ain't no joke yet. They're clearing. So if the check's cleared, back up your ambitions, and they're backing it up. That's what's up. It's only good for the sport. And not just drags, but boats. Late model series they call it Stock Car Series. That's very interesting. Akinari, if you listen to this, let me know if you're racing in it. Something to think about. And also one shout out, I hope Trevor Ward go supporting the man on that Ram Series thing. Reality show coming on January 25th. That's awesome. Supporting him, hope he gets it. And that's about it. That's all I can think of right now. And take it easy. And talk to you next time. Have a good night, good day, whatever time you're watching this. And have a good one. Just be moved, not motivated, but be moved. All right, thank you. Bye.